She looked at her husband, her twin daughters crying in his arms, and with no remorse walked away. She thought they were a burden. She had no idea those same girls would one day own the company she would beg for a job in. Musa had nothing but a broken heart and two babies wrapped in old Ankara clothes. He stood in the dusty street of Jos, not knowing whether to cry or scream. Just a few hours ago, his wife Lydia, the woman he fought the war to marry, told him she was leaving, not for another man. She was leaving because she was tired of poverty, tired of struggle, tired of him. She looked him straight in the eye and said, "Keep your useless dreams, keep your crying babies. I'm done suffering with you." And just like that, she disappeared into a car that took her to Abuja. He didn't have the strength to run after her. He barely had the strength to stand. Musa was a struggling tailor with big dreams. His small kiosk was falling apart, just like his life. Ever since the twins were born, business slowed down. Customers complained about late delivery. Friends avoided him. Family, they had written him off years ago. That night, he sat outside his kiosk, the twins crying from hunger. He had no milk, no money, only water in a baby bottle. He gave it to them, praying they would sleep. He whispered, "Zara, Zainab, Daddy is sorry, but I won't let you suffer." But how could he save his daughters when he couldn't even save himself? That night, something happened, something that would begin their journey to greatness. They laughed at him when he carried his babies to the market every morning. They mocked him when he begged for leftover fabric just to sew something to sell. But they didn't know he was planting a seed, one that would one day shake the world. Every morning, Musa tied one baby to his back and carried the other in front with an old wrapper. Zara would sleep on his chest while Zainab looked around with curious eyes. With sweat pouring down his face, he would walk through the market shouting, "Tailor work, oh, I fit patch, I fit sew, I fit design." The market women pitied him. Some gave him free fabric. Others paid him to mend wrappers or school uniforms. But there were those who mocked. "Na man be this, carry pikin like woman. Shame no they catch you." Musa didn't answer. He only smiled. While they were mocking, he was learning. While they were sleeping, he was sewing. At night, he read fashion books he found in school trash. He practiced on scraps. He used candlelight when there was no electricity. His fingers bled, his eyes burned, but his dream lived. One day, under a mango tree, he was fetching a wrapper for a trader when a rich woman drove by. Her car stopped. She stepped out and stared at the tiny dress Zainab wore, made from leftover Ankara. "You sewed that?" she asked. "Yes, ma," he replied. Her name was Madame Ajoki. She owned a boutique in the city. She gave Musa his first big order, 5 custom dresses. He went home that day, dropped to his knees and cried, "God, is this the beginning?" With that job money, he bought better thread, stronger needles, and baby food for his girls. They slept with full stomachs for the first time in weeks. Madame Ajoki introduced him to others. In 6 months, his name was whispered among the wealthy. "Have you tried that tailor in Jos, Musa? His hands are magic." He didn't open a shop. He focused on quality. Each dress was a prayer. Each stitch, his pain turned into beauty. But while Musa was rising slowly, someone was watching. Someone from his past. Someone who would return not out of love, but out of greed. She left him in the dirt. But now she's back, standing in the glittering lobby of the company she thought would never exist. She came for a job, never knowing who owned the empire she just walked into. 15 years had passed. Musa was now a fashion mogul. His brand, Zara Zai Designs, named after his daughters, was one of the greatest and biggest in Africa. His designs went from Lagos to Paris, from Accra to Dubai. Zara and Zainab had become stars in their own right. Zara was a business genius, Zainab, a fashion prodigy. They didn't just inherit Musa's dream, they transformed it. Musa never remarried. He raised them with love and sacrifice. He taught them values. And every time they asked about their mother, he simply said, "She chose a different path, but our path is still beautiful." Then one rainy afternoon, a woman walked into their Abuja headquarters, neat but clearly struggling. Her name, Lydia. Yes, the same Lydia. She had come to apply for a job. The man she left for had used and damned her. Her beauty faded, her youth wasted, her pride gone. She sat at the lobby with a tattered CV. Minutes later, two elegant young women entered. "Good afternoon," Zara said. "You came for the job?" "Yes, ma," Lydia replied. "Experience?" Zainab asked. "I used to sew a little, but life happened." They looked at her. Something felt familiar. "What's your full name?" Zara asked. "Lydia Musa." Their hearts froze. Musa was called downstairs. He entered and paused. He saw her, older, broken, and said gently, "So life brought you back." Tears rolled down Lydia's cheeks. "I'm sorry, Musa. I was foolish. I didn't believe. I thought we would suffer forever." He didn't shout. He didn't curse. He simply looked at her and said, "You left when love required patience." She turned to the girls. "Please, my daughters, forgive me." Zainab replied, "We are not here to punish you, but you don't get to walk back into our hearts like nothing happened." Zara added, "We've healed. We will help you, just not as family, as humans." That day, Musa hugged his daughters with pride and tears. He had raised queens from ashes. He had built an empire with bare hands, and the world had witnessed it all. Never doubt a man who loves deeply. Never doubt the power of pain. Never doubt the dreams planted in dust, because from the same soil they threw him, he bloomed. Thank you.